Hi. How is everybody?
It's Halloween.
Happy Halloween,
What's going on?
everybody.
And I'm ultra mega Sagittarius Barbie today.
Don't forget doing lines of coke.
Oh yeah.
So I guess before we get started, I should do the normal.
Yep.
Warning. The following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised and listener discretion.
So
tonight
we're doing The Vampire of Dusseldorf. He was a killer back in Germany and Dusseldorf, obviously. Back in early 1900s.
1913.
Yeah.
So let's get started on this. All right. So
you're gonna see a man drink a beer with lipstick on or some shit. Because it's more like.
This needs to scoot back.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, Mod, what's up?
Carl, what's going on?
Carl!
What's
what
up?
if your middle age is not mature? What the fuck do you do then?
Yeah. You don't need to do anything.
You can still stay, because I'm not mature. I mean, look at me.
I've got blood in my beard. And, stuff happened.
Gotta do those Ritz.
Ritz!
What's up, Doomsday?
What's going on, Calvin? What's going on, Calvin?
Hey, Calvin.
So...
Totally skipped over Mikey.
Oh, Mike!
And
Christopher
what's
Michael!
Doomsday?
Christopher Michael!
All right, so...
Oh, Peter Curtin.
Peter Curtin, or I'm sure there's a better way to pronounce that since it's German, with the two
it's
dots
Curtin.
on top.
It is Peter Curtin.
It's
Peter Curtin.
Yeah. So
Das Curtain.
behind the Iron Curtain.
Behind
Wrong
Peter.
curtain.
Is that his porno name?
Iron Curtain.
Peter behind the Iron Curtain.
Can you turn that light off, please?
Oh shit! Yeah, that's his porno name.
There we go. So Peter Curtin, he was born in 1883.
Slight crisis.
Hey, bud, what's up? That's so funny to be like, hey, bud. What's up, bud?
Hell, you're fucking up real bad there, bud.
Berta.
Bud, have you ever watched Letterkenny? We fucking love that show.
So, the German serial killer, Peter Curtin, known as Dusseldorf Vampire.
Or
the Vampire of Dusseldorf.
Or Iron Curtain Vampire.
That's He's like nowhere near the Iron Curtain.
I know. It was way
he murdered at least 9 people before he surrendered to the police. Well, Frank, Liz is one of the hottest girls I know, but with that lipstick on, you're so cute.
I can't help it. I even got the blood on my face.
Yep. Carl's really good at making me go squirrel. Okay, so he was born in 1883 to an impoverished and abusive household. What's up, Natalie? Squirrel!
Keep this up, I might have to stop. I'm kidding.
I can't do this. I gotta take the next 2 weeks off, guys. Oops.
Whoopsie.
So he was born into an impoverished and abusive household. And he began murdering people in 1913.
Okay, this one drop of blood started up here about a half an hour ago real fast. And now it's down here and it's really itchy.
Just itch it. You already got blood all over the freaking bed and you almost got it on me. White pants!
Well, you're fucking Beetlejuice. I mean...
I don't want blood on my pants still. Beetlejuice with claws.
Yeah.
Okay, stop distracting me. Happy Spoopy Halloween!
Spoopo! Don't worry, Panther.
No more! God damn it.
Okay, we gotta get to this.
So, the publicity surrounding his killings is how he became the Dusseldorf vampire. He surrendered to the police in 1931 and was executed shortly thereafter. So there's the, short and sweet of it. Good night, folks. No. Okay. So
he murdered. He went to jail.
he died.
And that's that. See you guys
And
later.
good night.
We're going to go do Ritz.
So his early life, Curtin was born to into extreme deprivation and poverty in Kolmheim.
Cologne.
Kolmheim.
He's in Cologne.
Molheim.
Molheim. That's the realm of the moles. That's where he was born. That's the realm of the fucking moles.
I can't with you. In a suburb of Cologne, Germany, on May 26, 1883. The eldest of 13 children, his father was an alcoholic with sadistic tendencies who brutalized both wife and children. In a one-room apartment that all 15 of them shared for the duration of his entire childhood. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much.
Oh, Mike, what lyrics are those? Oh, I am having a brain fart right now. What's that? Yes.
Anyway.
What's wrong?
This daily subjection to sexual violence must have had an immense influence on a 9-year-old boy and formed an unhealthy relationship with a dog catcher living in the same building who introduced him to the practice of bestiality, carried out initially on dogs. Curtin claims to have drowned 2 of his school friends but at the age of 9, having pushed one overboard, and the second had dived into it to rescue the friend, and then he held them both underwater as they suffocated. This was a 9-year-old, guys.
Yeah, this shit started real young.
He started this really, really early. Macabre Vampire of
Dusseldorf. Okay.
So, at the time, the event was dismissed as a tragic childhood accident. As Curtin sexually matured, his bestiality extended to sheep, goats, and other farmyard animals. With the teenager discovering particular pleasure when the animal was stabbed during intercourse. Yeah. By 1899, at the age of 16, Curtin had progressed to petty crime and ran away from home to escape the continued violence. Shortly after he left, his father was arrested for incest with his 13-year-old sister.
Damn.
With Curtin's 13-year-old sister.
I'm sorry, you said curtains. I'm like,
and
incest with curtains?
Oh, Jesus Christ. And he was jailed for only 3 years for that. Curtin's petty crime. What?
This is like the late 1800s or early 1900s.
I know.
So
Still.
That stuff wasn't as bad. I mean, it's terrible, and he should have been murdered for what he did. Hey, Raven, how you doing?
Hey.
He should have been murdered for what he did, but back then they were like, "Oh, you did this to your kids. Well, you're going to get a 1-year sentence. Go home after that."
Carl, I just realized my childhood was pretty good. Single parent household, low income, and anything like that. I guess it was paradise.
Didn't Carl grow up? Oh no, Sweden wasn't behind the Iron Curtain.
No. Would you stop it with the Iron Curtain? Hey, Sam. What's up?
Sam. Oh.
All right. Yeah, I know, right, Natalie?
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
So
buttons. Let's do this.
So buttons on your underwear.
All right.
Curtin's petty crime soon led to the first of many short prison sentences for various misdemeanors that punctuated his existence over the following years. The appalling conditions within the prisons confirmed his sadistic tendencies, which he now transferred from farm animals to humans.
Yeah, he got pretty fucked up pretty fast.
No, Frank, we were independently fucked
up. Well, there was actually one thing
by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, Joey!
Hey, Joey! There was actually one thing they did live out of this because, I do have 2 sources right now. We're using biography.com or something like that, And then the other day I was listening to Serial Killers podcast, and the one thing that they mentioned on the Serial Killers podcast,
Shit fire.
Natalie's making me squirrel. Shit fire. He actually murdered when he was his 9. Oh yeah, you brought that up.
We already said it.
Oh shit.
He killed 2 people. He drowned them.
2 kids.
Yes, he was 9. He pushed one overboard.
I literally had
the other one actually
now.
jumped in after him, and then he held both their heads down. So we totally just mentioned that.
Such a terrible brain fart.
Go do a couple more Ritz. All right. So with each successive sentence, Curtin's rage against society and his capacity for depravity increased. He discovered a fascination for brutal sex acts while in solitary confinement. Wait a second. So he discovered, let's read that sentence again.
Wait.
He discovered a fascination for brutal sex acts while in solitary confinement.
Well, it wasn't just so. When he was in prison, he got
aggressively masturbating.
When he was in prison, he got put into solitary confinement
Hi, Marcello.
because of the things he did in prison. So, and prior to that, what he would do was they would get involved. All the child molesters, they would all get involved together and discuss things. Like seriously, that's what they were saying on the Serial Killers podcast. But they would get together and discuss how to do things. He fucked up somehow in prison. They threw him in solitary confinement, and then being in solitary confinement fucked with his head even more, and he just had more and more fantasies.
Hey, what's up?
Marcelo.
From northern Argentina. I think we talked about that last time.
Cry for me,
Okay, we're not going into Evita. We're not going into Evita.
Dude, Madonna does a good job with that song, and
my dad took me to go see that movie.
I would love to go see that. See that movie again.
We can watch it tonight.
I know. You should.
Okay, so
I'm not making fun. I like that.
That was a good movie.
I like Argentina.
Some fucking badass metal comes out of Argentina.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. You guys have some nice. You guys have a nice country. Like it's super gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
That and Chile.
The appalling conditions with God damn it.
Sorry.
Keep squirreling. So the brutal sex acts that he became fascinated with enhanced his fantasies so much that he began to break prison rules to ensure the maximum time in solitary confinement. His crimes during his periods of release between the prison spells, Curtin was responsible for various sexual assaults, but his first documented murder victim was 10-year-old Christine Klein. Klein was sexually assaulted and stabbed in her home in Cologne on May 25th, 1913, while her parents worked in their pub below her bedroom. Her uncle, who had an argument with her father, immediately came under suspicion, and Curtin, who returned to the scene of the crime the next day, was enthralled by the horror the killing had invoked in the locals, especially when the sexual assault came to light. The innocent uncle was clear to the murder, given the lack of evidence, but Curtin followed his trail with interest, whetting his sadistic appetite for suffering in others.
So, real fast, 2 things here. His uncle, that guy actually never lived in, the village that they lived in never let it go. Never let it go. They always believed he did it, even though they had proof he didn't do it. 2, Curtin actually found out too with this.
I told you his name wasn't pronounced Curtin, by the way.
Curtin. How about that?
But we're just gonna call him Curtin.
Whatever. Sorry, we're Americanos.
Speak.
What happened with Peter Curtin with this murder? And that's when it said he stabbed her. This was the first time he saw blood, and he was able to achieve sexual gratification from it.
No.
Well, no, he got it. It was the first time from a victim that he actually.
I was going to say, because he discovered that he liked having sex while stabbing something while he was fucking a sheep.
He didn't get sexual gratification from bestiality, but he did get sexual gratification with stabbing and seeing the blood.
He did get sexual gratification from bestiality, though.
Not the same for him.
But it was intensified by the stabbing.
Yes.
So Curtin was called up for military service following the start of World War I, but military discipline did not suit him. He deserted from his barracks. He was jailed when captured and remained in prison until 1921, his longest sentence to date. And this rage at this injustice intensified. Dude, you went AWOL. Shut up.
Yeah, but he
went AWOL.
no,
he deserved the time.
No, he did deserve the time, but at the same time, like the reason why he just didn't want to do it. So he said, "Fuck it."
And he went AWOL, and he deserved it.
Well, this is also Germany.
Exactly. Don't go AWOL.
This is also Germany during the Kaiser.
I get that. Not saying that I support what military he was in.
That's the most fucked up part. This guy could have actually had blood and mayhem by staying there, and he just was like, "Screw this, I'm taking off."
So
yes.
Following his release from prison, he moved to Altenburg, where he married a former prostitute who had been jailed for the murder of her fiance. He spent the next 4 years living a life of relative normality, and found work as a molder, his father's profession. He even became active in the trade union.
They banned Christopher Michael's the lyrics. Yeah, you gotta watch out for those.
You need to put them in quotations.
Yes, put them in quotations. Christopher Michael. That way, because I had a problem one time with Marilyn Manson lyrics. I got a 3-day ban over.
Either that or somebody's on here reporting you, because we know that there's people watching.
Go into the.
We have 9 people.
Where are they at? Oh, okay, so they're on Psychomantium, which I think that's actually.
Psychomantium, Psycho Bunny, Death Cult, Psycho Bunny DC.
Yeah, they could be.
Because last time we got in trouble, it was because somebody reported a comment.
Yeah.
So this normality was short-lived, however, and Curtin found himself exonerably drawn to Dusseldorf, where his criminal tendencies escalated from petty crimes to arson attacks, and then to sexual attacks, 4 of which are certainly attributed to him in the period of, or up until early 1929. One unlucky victim, Maria Kuhn, survived repeated stabbing by Curtin, and that caused 24 individual wounds. Wait, now you're watching. So
I like that voice.
Rosa was the first of a number of victims that included young girls, women, and men over the next 15 months. A 45-year-old mechanic named Skier followed 5 days later, the victim of multiple stab wounds. Curtin returned to the scene of the crime to relive the moment, even speaking to detectives about the murder.
That's fucking ballsy.
Yeah, he's super ballsy.
He also, they might, I don't know, did they mention it right here? So he did, that one instant when he actually was speaking to the police officer, he actually brought up, like, slight details, and, like, the officer was like, how do you know there's a murder victim here? And he's all, oh, I have a friend telling me. Hey, Connor! I have a friend telling me, and, like, he actually got the hint right there. He's like, okay, they might catch on to me. I gotta go.
Sensationalist German press covered the attacks extensively, and when they discovered that investigators believed that the attacker might be drinking the blood of his victims, he was immortalized in print as the Vampire of Dusseldorf. The search for the killer received a major setback, however, when a learning disabled individual named Strasberg, accused of similar crimes, inexplicably admitted to all of the so-called vampire killings. He was committed to an asylum, and the police were convinced the case was solved.
Hey, Brent.
Hey, Brent!
I was out there.
So, by August of 1929, it became apparent that their conviction was premature. A series...
I got blood on my...
Yeah, stop doing that. A series of strangulations and stabbings occurred, culminating in a brutal fairground murder of foster sisters 5-year-old Gertrude Hamacher and 14-year-old Louise Linson. The next day, Curtin assaulted 2 other women, Gertrude Schultz, who survived the attack, and gave police a description of her attacker as a pleasant-looking male around 40 years old. Attacks became more and more frequent and were widely publicized, throwing the population of Dusseldorf into a panic as the victim count rocketed. Ida Reuter was raped and killed in September, and a servant girl named Elizabeth Dorier was battered to death on October 12, 1929. 2 other victims, named Murer and Wanders, were fortunate to survive brutal hammer attacks, but the very nondescript appearance of Curtin, as described by his victims, made it difficult to narrow down the list of potential suspects.
Connor, real fast. This isn't Liz. This is Beetlejuice, and I'm Sagittarius Barbie.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Sagittarius Barbie right here.
That's the name I haven't seen in a long time.
Beetlegeist?
Beetle what? He's all flashing signs.
Say the fucking. What was it? Turn around and look behind you.
He always says fuck once. And
hey, how you doing? Fucking cockroach. Yeah. Or as a beetle.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing? I fucking love.
We need to watch that tonight.
Yeah, we need to watch the movie.
So,
I'll play some Skyrim.
Curtin enjoyed the mass hysteria and horror enormously, feeding off the press attention, even going so far as to contact the newspaper on November 9th of 1929 with a map detailing the position of the body of his latest victim.
This is where he gets
Gertrude Alberman, a 5-year-old he had stabbed 2 days prior and then dumped her body and barely covered it under some rubble.
So we're talking about the years right here. Things are actually happening over a span of time. And now he's to a point where he's completely comfortable.
Way too comfortable.
Yeah, so he doesn't care.
He doesn't give a shit.
He's doing stuff like that is actually giving up his whatever, who he is and all that shit.
Yeah. So. Well, I mean, interestingly enough, like the only people who have ever been able to really get away with that kind of thing would be like Zodiac. But I still truly believe the Zodiac was multiple people.
Yeah, and I do. Yeah, I definitely believe that.
I think the same person was writing the notes, but they were working together.
This is something actually we should get into with Odd Mother.
Yes. Odd Mama, do you want to do a
actually do it
show together about the Zodiac conspiracy theories? We should do it
because I definitely believe it was cop. At least a cop.
Somebody was within that field.
He was definitely within the field, and there was a multiple people. Is what I do believe.
Yeah, I think that there was a bunch of people working together.
Because they were literally like seconds away from him, and they knew how to avoid the cops. So it definitely had to be someone on the inside.
I feel like maybe even
the misspelled notes and all that stuff, that was all done on purpose.
They showed that they've proven that the misspelling was done on purpose. Connor, I will be joining you in that aspect shortly after this.
It's too bad we don't live in Ohio. We would just have you over to hang out.
Seriously, smoke you out, whatever. Well, actually, give you edibles.
The Zodiac Ice Selena. A bitty bitty bum bum.
Go on the floor. I'm sorry.
Oh, Natalie. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, not gonna lie, Natalie. I'll start writing it, getting everything together.
We'll get everything together like tomorrow.
We'll figure out a day soon.
Yeah. Zodiac Ice Selena.
Bitty bitty stab stab. A bitty bitty gunshot. So fucking fucked up.
Wait, do I still have it?
No,
I
cleaned it up because I have pictures. I forgot. I downloaded stuff.
So you know what? Because we're going pretty fast here.
Yeah. We can also get back into the Misfits and stuff like that too. So
let's see.
There you go. That's
an artistic rendering.
Well, that's someone edited a picture right there for him. But I thought it was pretty fucking cool.
The Hitler stash. What the hell?
No, he really did.
It was
pre-World War II.
I know, but what?
That was a common mustache back then.
Hitler stash.
It wasn't the Hitler mustache at the time. It was just a mustache.
Well, it's still called the Hitler stash.
Yeah, now it is. But back then it wasn't. This is prior to Hitler getting in power and stuff like that. So this was actually pretty common among German men. So, and then
Even the haircut, man.
if you want to show this one real fast, that is his mummified head.
Oh my god, that's kind of cool.
That is his mummified head.
That's really fucking
They
cool.
have it. I don't know what
You know,
museum
you
it was
should
in. I
have
should have
warned
looked that
me
up.
what I was doing.
Oh yeah, warning.
Sorry,
Well,
guys.
no, this is actual. This isn't.
Still.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, that's his actual mummified head and everything like that. He, I can't remember. Well, clearly this is like one of Germany's first serial killers, so they definitely freaking dissected him.
They studied his brain. They
Yeah.
tried.
There was another thing I actually found that they actually had his head on in a jar for a while, but I think
He
that
shot her with his bitty bitty bum bum.
I think that was a fake, just like the whole Rasputin dick on display in one of the horror museums in Europe right now is a fake too. Oh, you didn't hear? So Rasputin they supposedly have Rasputin. They supposedly have Rasputin's manhood on display in one of the European murder museums. I can't remember which one it is. It's actually really a horse cock. But supposedly Rasputin was
hung like a horse.
Hung more than a horse. That's actually the rumor. So
Long Dong Silver style.
yes.
Oh god.
I'm glad that mustache still never came back. And
Carl,
right.
I had to cheat and read up on him. I noticed that a disproportionate amount of his victims had Jewish names.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the mustache.
He had the mustache, and
he had the hair too.
This is also during that mass hysteria. Well, World War I, but it was still there, where people.
It was starting to come up.
People were getting blamed for a lot of shit that was not
their
their fault. So.
Glad.
We're all glad because
we're all glad that
fucking Hitler's a bastard.
Well,
long duck dong. Oh, where is my automobile? Automobile. I can't say the line.
Dong. Where is
There's a line in that movie, Brent. I'm pretty sure you know it. Where the brother says you don't have to sleep in the bed with this person, but I can't say the line because it's not PC.
The dog just huffed at you.
Yeah, our goth boxer is on the bed. He's having a mental break right now.
All German psychos have tiny mustaches.
Yes, it's a freaking thing. Guess that's why Peter still decided to put Rasputin in the pig.
They're both hung like a horse.
I guess so. No, he actually the reason why he did Rasputin was because Peter Still was Russian descent, and he had a big thing for like the philosophy.
And he had a
he had a big thing too. He had everything going along with it. He really liked the Russian folklore. And
My otherwise useless stepdad explained to me that back then men had got to not cut themselves right under the nose, or since so the reason why they had the tiny mustaches was because they didn't want a chance cutting themselves right under the nose.
Unlike us Americans, we fuck it.
Let's do it.
We do the opposite. We shave right there and then have the handlebar mustaches.
Mutton chops.
Yes. So,
stupid ex had those.
You want to do a break real fast, or you want to play some stuff?
Let's see. We need to not ruffle the butt hairs. So give us a second. It's 7:30. We are going to go to commercial real fast. Let's see.
Oh, do the family one.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do two. Remember Wednesdays, guys. Remember, guys, that's on Wednesday. I'm going to show one more commercial. Actually, yeah. We're going to do that one
Yep.
after. And we can do this one now.
Yep.
Greetings, everybody. This is Mr. Applewhite speaking, reminding everybody to have a happy, spooky Halloween. And remember, feed your mind, free your head.
That's that.
I was like,
What
eh.
up?
America, fuck yeah! Come save the motherfucking day, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so funny story about that song. So one of my friends in Tennessee, his mother-in-law's phone had broken, so he loaned out his for a little bit, for like a day or two, right? And he forgot to change the ringtone on it, and it was that song, America, fuck yeah. So she was in church,
That's fucking hilarious.
and it went off, and she had the ringer turned all the way up, and it was in the middle of a sermon, apparently, and they're at church, and her phone goes, America, fuck yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
And she's like rushing to turn it off. She's like, God damn it. All right, so
Back to the
here we
fun.
go. Curtin's attacks continued into the winter and the spring of 1930, but none were fatal, serving only to escalate the horror. Harrowing survivor attacks provided lurid copy for newspapers and antidote to the growing economic deprivation being inflicted by the Great Depression. Public condemnation of the authorities for failing to catch the killer was widespread, and May 14th, 1930 saw the start of a chain of events that would result in Curtin's eventual capture. He offered a young unemployed woman, Maria Budlick, somewhere to stay and took her to his apartment, hoping to have sex with her. When she refused, he agreed to find her somewhere to stay, but on returning her to the train station, he took her into the nearby forest and raped her before letting her go. So here we go. We're getting into the good stuff here.
We're else out of it.
Arrest, trial, and execution. A cool pastor would have said wrong language, right message. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout Curtin's reign of terror, he maintained a fond attachment to his wife and recognized that he would eventually be caught for the rape of Budlick. Now that the police knew his identity, he devised a plan to ensure her financial security following his arrest. He confessed to her that he was the Dusseldorf vampire, detailing all the killings and attacks. He insisted that she would be paid a large reward for turning him in to the authorities. On May 24th, 1930, Frau Curtin reluctantly did as her husband advised and took the police to their designated rendezvous site, which was a local church, where he surrendered quietly. Once under arrest, Curtin provided an astonishingly detailed account of his string of crimes to Professor Carl Berg, and it was even spelled like your name, Carl, with a K, a distinguished psychologist who later published the confession in a book entitled The Sadist. He claimed 79 individual acts of crime in all, and went to great lengths to convince the authorities of his guilt, perhaps in the hope that his full cooperation would ensure the maximum financial benefit for his wife. His memory was nearly photographic, and his recollection of each offense obviously provided him with great pleasure, less so the attending stenographers. Curtin's trial commenced on April 13, 1931, on charges including 9 murders and 7 attempted murders. To outward appearances, a successful businessman in a well-tailored suit, he initially retracted his extensive confession, claiming that he had sought only to ensure his wife's financial security. However, exhaustive questioning by the examining magistrate and the damning litany of evidence over the subsequent 2 months caused him to eventually admit guilt while under interrogation. In an emotionless voice, Curtin claimed that his childhood and the German penal system was responsible for releasing his sadistic tendencies, and he showed no remorse for his crimes. The jury took only 90 minutes to return a verdict of guilty on all counts, and Curtin received 9 death sentences. He was executed by guillotine on July 2nd, 1931 in Cologne, Germany, where he was born.
His last words.
His last words were reportedly, "Tell me, after my head is chopped off, will I still be able to hear, at least for a moment, the sound of my blood gushing from the stump of my neck? That would be the pleasure to end all pleasures."
Which, more than likely, he did hear it.
So he got what he wanted.
Yep. We mowed through this.
Yeah.
Jesus
I
Christ.
thought we had more information on this.
No, that's pretty much it. There's not much on Peter. It was very cut and dry.
Well, he wasn't ashamed of any of his stuff that he did.
Yeah.
He really wasn't.
Again, we got this from biography. I guess biography.com, is that it?
Yeah. The biography channel.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. That's where we got this from.
So basically, this was updated. The original article that we got was from April 2nd, 2014, but it was updated recently in July of this year. Next question.
Yeah.
How's everyone's Halloween going?
Yep. We got through this fast.
What's everybody doing for Halloween, honestly?
You know, I actually thought there was going to be more trick-or-treaters, and there's only been like a couple.
No, there's been quite a few.
There has been?
Yeah.
Oh. I know
we have family over right now.
I know our local spirit man, like yesterday, it was around the corner packed.
Yeah.
So there's a lot, and we've heard a few people, not friends, but people are having major parties tonight. So, yep. Everyone's saying, screw this lockdown shit. We're having fun.
Oh, yeah. So, when I was gone, did you mention that he lives in Wisconsin now?
Peter Curtin? Okay. He moved on to Wisconsin. He got out with Red October. You ever seen Red October? Sean Connery died today. God damn it.
Of all days.
Sean fucking Connery died today.
I'm very sad about this.
Yeah, I wasn't too...
I woke up to that. Oh, part of his head is there.
Oh! Which part? The brain? Is that where the mummified head is? That has to be where his mummified head is. Is in there. Yep.
Yeah.
That's your message, Natalie. So.
I didn't know that's where his head was.
I didn't know either. I found the images online.
It's at the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum.
I was thinking it was going to be like freaking
Dusseldorf?
Well, somewhere in Europe.
Dusseldorf.
Yeah, Dusseldorf.
I just like saying Dusseldorf.
Dusseldorf. So, yep, back into the Misfits.
Really?
If you want to do that. We talk about Misfits and horror stuff.
You guys want to hear more about the Misfits, I guess?
Yeah, we can get back into the Misfits. I don't know where the notes are. I think we had it on the page.
Really?
Yeah. So we just got to look for that.
Or RVR.
Okay.
I got to look for something real fast.
We'll
Sorry,
play commercial
guys.
fast?
Well, we can't.
No, we can't. Okay. Sorry for the quiet. I'm just texting you right
Oh my god, guys. Guys, why?
now. All right.
Of course I say Dusseldorf correctly.
Dusseldorf. Hey, Peter, you want to go to that Dusseldorf?
So, yesterday we were talking about the Misfits. That was yesterday, right?
Yeah. We got halfway through them. We'll talk a little more. We got like another 15 minutes to go here.
We ended off with
Singles, lyrics. Let's go down to Walk Among Us. New projects. Oh, well, we were in legal and stuff like that. We already did all that.
No, we didn't actually.
Let's get into legal out.
So this was the albums in dissolution.
Let's go.
Zardoz, a great film. Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I'm so sad about.
where he's
But-
all gun out like this and he has a leotard on or whatever it is.
Like the Speedo with suspenders and boots.
Yep.
Oh man. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go following the break of the Misfits. We're gonna talk about the Misfits again, guys, because like Dusseldorf ended pretty fast. In 1984, following the break of the Misfits, Danzig launched his. Oh, we already talked about that.
Yeah.
Oh no, we didn't. Okay, following the breakup, he launched his new band, Samhain. Like tonight, Samhain.
Well, the reason why, again, the Misfits and Danzig are very famous for doing stuff around
Spoopy.
around this day.
So moving away from punk rock and toward more experimental heavy metal with grim atmospheric sounds. Several of the Misfit songs were re-recorded for the albums, including Horror Business, and All Hell Breaks Loose as All Hell, and Halloween 2.
So, let's get into something real fast. So, just to clarify here, there are a few people who've done evil music prior to this. Black Sabbath being one of them. I'm not a fan of the Ozzy years, but I do like the first album. They kind of did, more bluesy evil stuff.
Krankenschweizer.
Then you had King Diamond. You had a couple other people from the 70s, late 70s, doing some evil stuff. But the godfather of evil music is Danzig. I don't care what anybody says. Danzig is the godfather of evil music.
Hold on, I gotta address something real fast.
Yeah.
So Carl, Krankenschweizer. My favorite is Krankenwagen. And how do you say butterfly again?
Kraken flying,
No.
snapping.
No, butterfly.
Kraken flying, snapping. So yeah, Danzig is the godfather of evil music.
I can't.
It's fine. Intertext translation.
I'm trying to
What the hell?
remember.
Can
Keep speaking.
I can't while you're doing this stuff.
How can you not
throws me
speak?
off so bad.
Just talk. You know about Danzig.
Yeah, butter. Butter is butter.
Oh, Schmetterling.
Schmetterling?
Yes, Schmetterling.
What the fuck is wrong with
Ah, he
German?
already said it, Schmetterling.
What is wrong with Germans? How does that make? But okay, so in German, butter is butter, but butterfly is Schmetterling. How did I say that? So
Well, you do have blonde hair,
that German came
And
out
you
to me
do have-
real fast.
blue eyes.
The German came out.
Um,
Wait, is there Poland for me to take over right now? I might have to go do that.
Igor, watch out, he's joking.
Sorry, I have an itch right here.
It literally means flapper, by the way. Schmetterling. Can't even be
Flapper.
nice in German without sounding like you want to. Yeah. Ich liebe dich means I love you. Or depending on which region you're from, it could be Ich liebe dich. But I like saying it the angry way. Ich liebe dich.
They all sound angry. It doesn't matter. It's German.
In '87, the band signed up to a major record label, and Danzig replaced most of the rhythm section, renaming the group Danzig. He continues to front Danzig currently,
What,
and
Danzig?
they've released 9 albums, ranging in styles from blues rock influenced heavy metal to industrial rock, And
Only one album. I don't even say that.
has also re-released 2 solo albums, and he has done a Elvis cover.
Well, yeah, that's the cover album.
No, that's not mentioned on here because this is 95. He recently did the Elvis cover album.
Oh, Elvis, or Danzig Sings Elvis is actually pretty fucking good. Like, really good. So, my father took me to see Misfits concert back in 82 when my dad was stationed. Oh, nice.
That's cool.
New Jersey! You got to see the Misfits.
Yeah.
That's fucking rad.
So, Jerry Only and Doyle, meanwhile, moved to Vernon, New Jersey, to work with their father's machine parts factory full time.
Well,
Jerry had married and had a daughter and become more serious about his Christian faith, regretting some of the things he had done with the Misfits. And in 87, he and Doyle formed a short-lived Christ the Conqueror, a Christian heavy metal band with a barbarian image.
It wasn't so much that he did they were never not religious, you know, and Danzig always.
Well, no, Jerry Only has always said that he's Christian.
No, he was never not religious, but what they did with Christ the Conqueror was to show their version of stuff, and it never came to fruition. And I think you might be able to find some songs of it, but it never came out. Which actually I would like to hear, because I did hear one song of it. It actually did sound pretty fucking good. It just, they never put the album out or anything like that.
So, although the Misfits' popularity did not extend beyond the underground punk scene during their 6 years of activity, public interest in the band increased in the years following their breakup, and the success of Danzig's post-Misfits work led to interest in his past work, and several high-profile rock bands professed a fondness for the Misfits. Most notably, Metallica covered the Misfits song "Last Caress" and "Green Hell" on the EP Garage Days Revisited, and Guns N' Roses covered "Attitude" and the Spaghetti Incident.
On the Spaghetti
Incident. Sorry.
The most clearly the most famous band that ever did the Misfits is Metallica. So, Black Acid Devil. I agree.
He's was that in Fort Penises? I mean Fort Dicks.
Yes. Bring up Brensing.
Not a fan of Black Acid Devil.
Yeah, I do very much agree with that. I did not like it. The first 3 Danzig albums are the fucking best, and then the new one, the last one that came out in 2017. Oh fuck. Black Crown? No.
I just got white everywhere.
I just remember the lyrics to the first. I forgot the name of the album. But anyway, yeah, the last album that came out before his 2 last cover albums. It's pretty fucking rad. But what I was saying about so Metallica became, if it wasn't for Cliff Burton, nice. So if it wasn't for Metallica, then if it wasn't for Cliff Burton, Metallica would never got introduced in the Misfits, because Cliff Burton was majorly into the Misfits. And because of that, because of Metallica covering these songs, I've had this argument with my friend a million fucking times that if it wasn't for Metallica, the Misfits actually would not have gotten to notoriety the way they have. And vice versa. If it wasn't for the Misfits, then their Metallica wouldn't have. Like, both bands freaking, like, helped each other a lot. Even though by the time Metallica covered their stuff in 87, the Misfits were already gone for 5 years. Or, I'm sorry, 3 years. But, yeah. And then after that, Metallica became, James Hetfield especially became really good friends with Danzig. And from the Black album, it was around that era, or And Justice for All era, they, especially in the Black album, there's a few live shows you can find Danzig singing for Metallica when they cover the Misfits songs. So, what?
Nothing. I'm scratching you.
Oh, I thought you were like mad at me or something. I was like,
I mean, you will go on and on about Metallica given the opportunity.
It's not just Metallica, it's the Misfits too. I fucking love the Misfits. And like I said, these 2 bands fucking did it for each other. Like, it, to this day.
They did it for each other.
To this day, when everything starts back up again, if James Hetfield's like, hey, we're going to cover some Misfits songs, and we're near New Jersey, or Danzig lives in LA now, but Danzig will go meet with them if they have time. He'll sing for them, and vice versa.
I wanted to show you this, but you were like not.
Which one?
This.
Oh, well, I turned into a Martian.
Whoa!
So, at any given,
Let's not cover that song.
At any given time. At any given time.
I don't even know my name.
Danzig is saying
Whoa! Yeah.
So, you were up here. Green Hell.
No, we're further down.
The spaghetti.
Several albums of reissued and previously unreleased Misfits material were issued between the years of 85 and 87. The first being the compilation album Legacy of Brutality, which that was my favorite shirt that I had. I had a shirt of that had like the devil lock that like his devil lock was like looped around.
Well, the Legacy of Brutality shirt I had was it said Legacy of Brutality, which was the album cover, and the Misfit hand coming through, and you see the Crimson Ghost in the background.
Oh, see, the one that I had was him with the microphone and the double lock going down really long and looping up a little bit, like he was headbanging. And I turned it into a dress.
I really fucking. I mean, Legacy of Brutality was pretty much Static Age.
Nice. So the first time Brent saw Danzig was when he opened up for Metallica in Indianapolis in '98.
Do you
in '94.
see the power of Metallica? These guys, like that was the Black Album. That was the Black Album tour when they came back.
Let me just say something here. You always give me so much crap for saying I actually like the Black Album.
I'm not saying I like the Black Album. I'm saying that was the Black Album tour.
I know, but I don't understand why you do give me crap for liking the Black Album.
I don't give anybody crap for liking the Black Album. I say it's the most commercial album they ever put out.
Okay.
Very much so. I like songs on the Black Album, but for the most part, they got Bob Rock to come in there, and because they got Bob Rock to come in there, Mr. Alanis Morissette, actually I don't mind Alanis Morissette, they got them to come in there, and he made them commercial. Like that's
American Nightmare.
Ooh. American Nightmare. Which was American Nightmare? Remind me. I had a brain fart. American Nightmare. Oh, what was American Nightmare?
Oh my gosh.
Is that Michael Graves' era?
I can't do this with fake nails. And
Look at stuff up real fast. A TV series?
no,
I don't know.
it's
We'll go
Misfits box set with Legacy of Brutality. American Nightmare was on it.
No, that was just it was just the Misfit box set.
American Nightmare
The
was
song.
Yes, the song.
Oh, okay. I got a brain fart.
We have a lot of brain farts tonight.
But yeah,
So many of the songs included from like Static Age album. Danzig overdubbed many of the album's instrument tracks to avoid having to pay royalties to the other former band members. That's kind of a dick move, but whatever.
Okay, they try to say that. I'm sorry, this because we're looking at Wikipedia right now. That far notes.
Thank you. It's on Legacy.
That's yes and no. Those songs were not completed. They really weren't. They didn't get the albums out. The first official album was Walk Among Us, and this Static Age was supposed to be the first album. They never got into the studio to do them, so the songs, the actual tracks, were not complete. They weren't. They didn't sound good. I've heard the original tracks. They don't sound good. Danzig did this to fix them, and after he fixed them, they sounded better. And it was also like it was a double-edged sword. He also got off from the royalties because he was able to do this stuff.
So, Misfits, more commonly referred to as Collection 1, followed in 86. And then Evil Live EP was reissued as a full album in 87 with 5 additional tracks. Jerry contacted Danzig about receiving a portion of the royalties from these albums, for the sales, beginning at a legal battle that lasted several years and involved other past members of the band. All of the Misfits material had been credited to Danzig, and though only later conceded that Danzig had written nearly all the lyrics and most of the music, he contended that he and Doyle wrote 25% or maybe 30% of the music and deserved some compensation.
Danzig is very, very much, this is my music. I'm writing it. I do everything. He is it. Oh, shit. I'm glad the box is open right now. We have gunshots outside right now.
That's gunshots.
Danzig did.
You're okay.
Oh, you okay, Bubba's?
Come here, come here. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Bubba's, you're okay. Come here. Come here.
The boxer's freaking out right now. Danzig did write a lot of stuff.
Oh my God, I gotta get these fake nails off.
But it's pretty naive to say that just because
Okay, come here.
these guys were in a band for so fucking long, they did probably put a riff or two out. So Doyle and Jerry only were correct about it.
Turns out, by the way, the new press-ons are actually pretty good. They're ripping my nails off.
Oh shit!
You're okay. You're okay.
Do you want to
Um.
stop here or?
Yeah, I guess. You know what, guys? We actually have gunshots going off.
Yeah, it's a party night.
So I'm gonna take my press-on nails off and try not to kill my nail bed and protect the boxer. So hold on a second. I just put the nails on Frank's phone on accident. I gotta put this up here. So for the rest of the people in here, I'm Super Square Dude, who's here because I like Liz and Frank. So my only rock concert was home in Sweden when my buddy, who's always got free tickets from his record store job, begged me to go. So I watched Twisted Sister live.
Oh, I would have loved that.
Level. That's awesome.
That's actually pretty fucking cool.
That is awesome. I would have loved to have seen them.
This is while you're taking off your nails.
Oh, hell no! You done fucked up now. Start ripping them off. Take my earrings out too. Start putting my hair up and kicking my heels
I
off.
think Christopher Michael's making a reference to the Family Guy episode.
Yeah. Where he starts like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna play one last thing and we're out.
So yeah, we're gonna bounce. We gotta go make sure everybody's okay.
The Dusseldorf vampire thing actually we went through that pretty fucking fast.
So have a happy Halloween. Have a wonderful, safe night. I hope some of the kiddies did get to go trick or treating. Oh no, she didn't.
But can you hear Carl say that with his Swedish accent? Oh no, I can't do it.
We can't do a Swedish accent.
I can't do the Swedish accent when I want to do it.
Is military guy gonna be there? Oh, he probably is already outside right now.
Who knows?
With his gun and his light that was on it, that's attached.
Yeah.
Oh, I told him about our neighbor.
Oh.
About how our neighbor, when that mortar came flying at our truck.
Yeah, he was straight up PTSD that moment.
He was like
he came out. It was like, okay, bro, I'm just gonna go see if I can find the guy and call the cops.
He was ready.
You're good. You're good.
He was that ready. So yeah. No. Side note: I got Carl. So Carl and Jimmy commented on the same post.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have both Swedes talking at the same time.
Gimme?
Gimme. So Carl started speaking in Swedish.
Yeah, I'm feeling left out here. Yep.
All right, guys. Have a wonderful night. Have a happy Halloween. We will most certainly stay safe. And let us end with this. Good night, guys.